Put my air.
Live from the Pines, your favorite East Texas sports podcast, coming at you live tonight. Tonight we welcome on co-host Cooper Knight. You don't know him, don't know much about him. He is the man behind the scenes that runs the social media and all the other things. We thank you for coming on tonight, Cooper, to fill David's place. If you know where David's at, please call Angelina County Sheriff's Department. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. A lot of basketball going on. March Madness is here.
That is very true. I'm trying to get my headphones back connected. I don't know what I pressed, but bear with me 1 second. A lot of things going on in the basketball world, baseball world. Get ready to start. Conference play this coming weekend. If you keep up with NFL football, a lot of things going on in the NFL. A lot of
free agency just started.
The
legal tampering window.
Yeah, I saw the Chiefs were tampering with the Chiefs and the Redskins. I'm sorry, the Commanders, not the Redskins, got caught tampering. What the heck?
Really?
Yeah.
They got caught tampering?
Yes.
Will they get like a draft pick taken away or something?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I just read it this morning. Somebody was talking to somebody before they were supposed to be talking to somebody.
Okay.
But, a lot going on in the basketball world. Who do y'all have winning the national championship in college basketball?
What a way to start it. I mean, not even talking into it.
Duke. I think Duke does it. Cooper Flagg is the man. I know the ACC is
awful.
The ACC isn't what it is, but I got Cooper Flagg winning it. If you don't know much about the man Cooper Flagg, he is the next LeBron James. He is the white LeBron James. He will be the best basketball.
He's Larry Bird.
He is Larry Bird cannot compare to LeBron James.
There will never be another LeBron James.
Mr. Gandy Stubblefield, if you're watching this show, LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. You can take that and run with it. It's facts. It's proven. The man is 40 years old. Cole's dad thinks Jordan is better than LeBron.
I tell him every day, and then he blows up my phone with Michael Jordan post. It's like, it's just that old head. They like their stuff we watch. We think it's better, but MJ can't do no wrong with people over 50. They think he's like God on a basketball court.
It's because he's old.
Just didn't lose.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends how you define the GOAT. Are you defining it like best at a certain point or a best career?
It doesn't matter. LeBron is still the better player.
Nah, LeBron's had the better career.
LeBron's the better player.
Longevity. I mean, I'd agree, but
you're telling me Prime MJ is beating LeBron in 2018 with the Cavs?
No.
Well, 2018,
I don't even think
best team.
Yeah, I don't even think that's prime LeBron in 2018.
One thing I want to say, I had an old school tell me.
I mean, it might be prime LeBron, but the Heat is probably his best team.
I had an old school at the barbershop tell me that LeBron was not the best player on his team. I mean, not LeBron, Michael Jordan.
No, he definitely was. Scottie Pippen, he probably said.
I don't remember who he said, but I just agreed with him.
Dennis Rodman or something.
I just agreed with him, so I could just go on about my business. Let me see.
Start out this podcast like those 4-year-olds that sit around talking about food. You seen that? One of the kids tried Taco Bell for the first time. He was
I think I saw Dave with him or something.
Yeah, he was trying Taco Bell and they were trying tacos, but he was also trying lettuce for the first time because lettuce was on the tacos. He goes, "Oh, it's pretty good."
Dude, Taco Bell's lettuce is not real lettuce. I don't know what it is about it. That is.
The kid rated it at 8.6. It was a soft taco from Taco Bell.
How do
Rated
you?
an
How old was
8.6.
he? How do you not eat lettuce?
They're like 14. They shout around. They're like, they went
You
viral the other day
eat
because they were
nuggets and
talking
French
about.
fries for 14 years.
Well, they were ranking like pizzas, and all the kids were like, yeah, I just really like cheese pizza. None of them. They're like, yeah, I just picked the pepperonis off.
You know, you can't go to Sam's to get Supreme Pizza anymore.
No.
I wouldn't know that. I'm not a Sam's
was-
member.
I was walking out of Sam's, and you never can go over there and get a piece of pizza or anything because the line's always to the door. And it was like two people in line. I was like, I'm gonna go get a pizza, and you can't pay at the register anymore. You have to have the app
Yeah.
to pay. So I go up there. I'm like, hey, I got a piece of Supreme Pizza, and the lady's like, we don't carry Supreme Pizza anymore. I'm like,
Did you make a whole scene?
no, I didn't make a scene. I just kind of pissed me off. But Cole, who do you got winning the ACC in basketball?
ACC, Duke. I would say
That's
Duke.
not it. I would say that side's not even up for debate.
Yeah.
The ACC.
I don't
the
even.
worst it's been in.
You don't
maybe
think
ever.
North Carolina can make a push?
No, they're terrible.
No.
They're not. They're a bubble team this year.
They've had one quad one win. They haven't. There hasn't been a
Any-
ranked matchup in the ACC this year.
Anything can happen. It's
Louisville
possible.
Louisville in bed.
Okay,
Right.
Kevin Garnett.
Right now, Lenardi has 13 SEC teams in the bracket, and ACC only has 3.
As long as
Who's the 3 teams?
It's
SMU.
13 for SEC, Big 10, 10, Big 12,
Who's the ACC? SMU,
8.
Duke.
Probably Duke, Louisville, Clemson.
They don't have SMU getting in.
That's the 3 highest rated in the conference, so that's who I would. No.
and they have UNC
let's go.
as the bracketology has UNC as the last team in.
Let's go Big 10.
Big 10, Michigan State.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
gonna
I'm
go.
be
with
honest,
the
I ain't watched a lot of
Let's
Big
give
10
Rutgers.
basketball. I ain't watched a lot of Big 10 basketball. Rutgers isn't making the tournament. They're under 500.
I said winning the ACC. I said winning the Big 10. I didn't say nothing about the tournament.
They're not doing that either.
I think it's
I forgot
Michigan State.
I forgot you know the future.
You want to bet on that?
One thing I
Oregon.
will say about basketball, and I'm not a huge basketball fan. Basketball is one of those games. Anything can happen. I don't know what it is about it, but anything
Wow,
can
real
happen.
philosophical. Thanks. It's amazing.
I'm just saying, you never know about basketball. Anything can happen any given day.
It's almost like a thing in football. What they say, any given Sunday, but anything can happen in basketball.
I mean, it's not like football where you can just out physical a team, or some teams just like physically bigger than them.
mean-
It's like you have to
I
make
mean,
a shot.
You can out
some
physical
nights,
some teams.
yeah, but some
Yeah.
nights like your shots aren't just going to be making it. Sometimes in baseball,
Do you
you're
not
gonna be
remember
hitting.
Taco Fall in an NCAA tournament? How hard that was?
Yeah, Zion
No.
won that game.
What's
I
that
remember
team that made that run? We watched it in Dallas that one weekend. I came up there. It was March Madness. We sat at your house and watched March Madness all day. Was it Florida Atlantic?
Talking about Dunk City.
Yes.
No,
it
Dunk
was
City.
like-
No, I was not in
it
Dallas.
was,
Actually,
it
was
2015. That was
No, it was
Gulf
Florida
Coast.
Atlantic. We literally went to
Yeah,
we went to some market and spent a ridiculous amount of money on food.
we went to World
And-
Market.
And
Not World
we
Market.
probably cooked 10 different foods and ate all of
We
it.
did. It took us a while, but we did.
Nothing
yeah,
to
that
brag
was,
about.
was it FAU? It was FAU. Their final
Yes,
four
it was
last-
FAU, yeah.
last year or the year before last.
It was 2
Do you
years
remember the
ago
one I'm
because you were
talking
in
about though?
Dallas.
The
Florida
Dunk
Gulf
City.
Coast.
Yeah, I remember that in like middle school when they went to like the Sweet 16, I think, as a 16 seed. But
Yeah,
what do y'all want to
I truly-
talk about the SEC tournament? Maybe. I mean,
They
we'll probably
weren't-
know
That's what I
more
was
about
about to
that
say.
one.
they
I
went
truly believe the SEC tournament is up for grabs.
the
Yeah,
SECA
with, like,
tournament. What'd you say?
For
The SEC tournament. It's
yeah,
up for
'cause
grabs.
it's the deepest conference in the country. Probably the deepest conference ever.
I don't know about that.
I mean, what do you?
You
I don't
can't
know what
compare.
you're
You
wanting to
can't.
say.
You can't compare. As like I think the Big Ten is still the face of college basketball.
No, not this year.
When were they ever the face?
I'm not talking about this just.
Yeah,
this
when
year.
have they been the face of college basketball?
Not even the
Big
Big
Ten.
Ten. It was Michigan, maybe in the Fab Five because they changed it. But like they've never been the face of college basketball.
I think the Big Ten runs college basketball. I think
Such
You
a
know,
casual.
I think Rutgers is the best basketball team.
All right, can we
Out
get
right
to
now.
serious talks?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk? Let's talk basketball. What do you want to talk about?
The SEC tournament that's going on right
Cooper, you
now.
haven't said a word. Who's winning the SEC championship? Or yeah,
You already put that out there.
that was a podcast. As a podcast.
I think you're muted.
I think Florida's going to win it.
Yep.
Since you're taking David's spot, do we still have to pay you?
I think so.
I would say Florida too.
I'm not paying you after two. I'm not paying you.
You will be.
No. You will not be getting V-Bucks from me.
I think. Are we still talking about the SEC tournament?
I don't know. We're having like
If
two different
Florida
conversations.
doesn't end up with a 1 seed, it's because of the SEC tournament being so late and actually ending on Selection Sunday.
They're gonna have a 1 seed regardless.
No,
I mean, maybe if they lose the first game, but it's been shown like conference tournaments don't really change.
because they've got Alabama
bracket
right
a
there
lot.
nipping at their heels in every category and everything. And since Alabama beat Auburn, they make that seem better than Florida's win at Auburn somehow. Even though Florida's lost 3 less games.
What do they have Florida as like the top, the
fourth.
third seed? Fourth?
Fourth.
I
Auburn.
still think they'll stay.
Auburn. Well, I think now it's Duke, Auburn, Houston.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Can somebody pull up the bracket that Cooper made?
What do you need from it?
I don't know how to do it. I just want to see it.
Are you doing a Cooper or
Hold
you
on.
want me to?
It's on our
I have it on my computer, but I don't know how that works.
But he can put it on the screen.
You see the bottom and like present.
I don't have that.
But so Arkansas won today. So Arkansas Ole Miss playing tomorrow. A&M
Did y'all
and
watch
Texas
that game?
is playing. No, I was at work. I saw the end of it
Arkansas was up by 21, and South Carolina fought back in the last few minutes, and I think they lost by 6.
Yeah. Trey, did you see Calipari's explanation like at the end of the game, what he wanted to do?
I didn't.
Did you see what he said in practice?
I scrolled.
Well, there
back,
was
talking about
they were up
missing the
3.
last throw.
They were up 3 with 2 or 3 seconds left, and he wanted the Arkansas guy to intentionally miss the field goal, the free throw, the last one, so they would get the ball with 1 second left. And he thinks that's a better situation than him making it and going up 4 and them having a shot to tie it. He was like, "Yeah, I do unconventional stuff, but I've been doing it for a while." But
One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to question him.
I would.
I can't.
Why?
That's why we got this.
The guy's a winner.
That's the whole point.
That guy's a winner.
The whole point.
So
He's
y'all
won
Arkansas,
one.
see my screen?
What?
Yeah.
yeah, Arkansas. Did Mississippi State beat LSU? I'm sure, right?
They're
Yeah.
beating them by like 20 right now, I think.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
52 to 84 right now.
God, I would have took the over in that. Is Oklahoma and Kentucky played yet?
Oklahoma plays Georgia.
I mean Georgia. Yeah, that's that late game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Rutgers.
Georgia will probably win that
Again.
Do y'all know what channel the LSU game's on? I cannot find it.
one.
It is.
SEC Network,
On
I'm
SEC
sure.
Network.
Yeah, it is.
Stanford Cal might go into overtime right now. It's a 3-point game with a minute left.
I'll watch that one.
It looks like American University is going to win the Patriot League. Which one's more
Patriot League, I don't
patriotic?
know what that is.
No, what's that one school that Trey
which one's
talks
more
about?
patriotic, American or Navy?
Navy.
American?
Are you sure it doesn't get more patriotic than American University?
It's Navy. What's that one school you always bring up when it comes to college
Travis
football?
Hunter.
Yeah, what's it? Holy Cross?
Holy Cross, yeah.
Yeah, what's Holy Cross doing?
How's Holy Cross doing?
Yeah, since you keep up with them so much, what are they making a run?
No, I've just kept up with that 1979, 78 team.
Do you
But-
think do you think Travis Hunter's statement that it's harder to hit a baseball than it is to hit a baseball and pitch than it is to play both ways on the football field?
He should have gotten the Heisman taken away from him in that exact statement. He should be. It is the most asinine and stupidest thing that he could have probably ever said, other than Jalen knows ball.
I'm gonna ask you one more question. Do you think whatever NFL team picks him is going to let him play both sides of the ball like he wants to?
No,
Drafts him.
no.
You don't think so?
I think he might play like 10 to 15 snaps a receiver, but I think he's a corner.
He might like punt return.
I think he's
kick return.
gonna play receiver.
I think there's more value in a corner at the moment, depending on where he goes.
Has
He's going
there
going
been
number
guys
one.
that have like played both ways in the NFL? In recent? Yeah. But what he played like 10 plays, maybe 15?
What's that
Yeah.
one guy's name that plays for the
Deion.
Saints? I'm sure he.
Taysom Hill? Well, he just plays
Yeah, but
everything on
Taysom-
offense.
Where is he? Did anybody pick him up?
I'm pretty sure he's going to end up in Denver. Sean Payton.
Oh, he's not staying on the Saints.
He was a free agent this year, I think.
No.
Cooper, what's your take on Shadur Sanders? Everybody's heard ours. What's your take on him?
I think he's pretty good, but I think Cam Ward is definitely the best quarterback in the class.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
I
very
agree.
wrong.
No.
Just look at them both throw a football, and it'll tell you all you need to know.
Yeah. Look at the builds, too. Like, Cam looks like a quarterback.
I bet
Sure.
you every dollar.
Let's-
I bet you every dollar to my name that Shadur Sanders has a longer NFL career. I'm sorry, not longer because that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
I bet you he has a more successful NFL career than Cam Ward.
I will the second you spell out successful for me.
SUCCESFUL. Is that not right? Let's see. SUC.
You missed a couple.
SUC. That's what I said. SUCCESSFUL.
You left out.
I said one S, didn't I?
Yeah.
That's fine. Hey, I don't get paid to spell words, Pods. I get paid to sell insurance.
Yep.
But
We back on basketball though.
Let's see.
we all want to talk about basketball.
The games we was talking about, all the conference tournaments going on. We got A&M Texas tomorrow. We got Missouri, Mississippi State. We got
We need to fix some, Pods.
Yeah, something's going on with your audio. But
I need to hear your take on that game tomorrow, Jalen. UT and A&M.
I want to know y'all's take at the WAC conference tournament quarterfinal, Utah Tech versus Utah Valley. What are we seeing in that game? I didn't even know there was a Utah Tech. You should look at their logo. It looks like they just spelled out lit.
I don't really know. I really don't care.
Tanner Toulson just made a 3 for Utah Valley, and he looks like his name says.
Can you hear
I'm
me
sure
now?
it's a lot of I'm sure it's a lot of Tanner and Chads on that court right now.
His name is Tool.
We don't want to talk about basketball. I don't know what y'all want to talk about basketball. Like it just
I mean,
like there's not much to
Can you hear
talk
me now?
about. Your stuff is
Am I
all
clear?
messed up.
How's
still
my
beating all
stuff?
around. I don't know. Basketball wise, let's see. They came out with, was that last night? The All Americans.
Trey Johnson got
Walter
freshman
Clayton.
of the year. Do you think
Walter Clayton's the
that?
first Florida player to make the first team All American.
Do you think with the way NIL is going in every other sport, do you think there's a chance that kids will stay and play an extra year of college basketball?
They're already doing
More
it.
like
Look at it. Look at Auburn. Auburn's 25 years old, like their whole team. Chad,
I'm talking about the guys that have. I'm talking about the guys that have seasons like Cooper Flagg and Trey Johnson and all those guys.
No.
There's so much money to be made in basketball compared to the other sports. That's
the problem.
I agree.
And you've got what is the NBA draft? How many rounds is it? Is it only 2?
It's 2.
Yeah. So I mean, you have the room there for guys to get older and keep playing college basketball and make a borderline living rather than going overseas. That's why. That's literally why you have Arkansas being so good. The average age of that team is like 23 something. It's ridiculous. Like those guys are old. They're men. And Cooper Flagg is supposed to be a senior in high school, and he's the best player in college basketball. He's 17 years old.
Is it
and
worth?
He's going to be, yeah. And he's going to be the player of the year, freshman of the year.
Guys like Cooper Flagg and Trey Johnson are going to leave regardless. They're lottery picks.
Exactly.
But like,
there's just more money made there.
The fringe guys, it's not like football. You have 10 rounds. In basketball, you have 2 or 3 rounds. So there's, for sure going to be a lot more guys that stay. And it's like, even if you're drafted in the second round, you can go in the G League. There's only 11, 15 roster spots in the NBA. So
yeah, it keeps guys in America rather than going overseas, and you can make. They're talking about with revenue sharing. Revenue sharing next year, the average VCU basketball player is going to make like $360,000 a year.
What's the guy's name y'all have? Roster. Walter. What's his last name? Walter.
Wade Taylor.
Wade Taylor. I was thinking about Walter Nolan. I read something like I know he's having a great college career.
You're thinking about Walter Clayton Jr., the first team All-American from Florida, the guard. That's what you're thinking of.
But the guy
might not get drafted.
Well, I heard something about he's going to be a really good European League basketball player. Like, I'm just asking because I don't know much about basketball.
He will.
Saw something on Twitter talking shit. Yeah, he probably won't. He probably won't get drafted. He'll have a shot to go in the NBA, but I mean, he's pretty short. And I mean,
how tall is he?
I don't know, 5'10", maybe 5'8", 5. But I mean, he can shoot the crap out of the ball. He's a little streaky, but I mean, if I had to put my money on it, and he can make a way in the league, but I don't think he'll be like a star. But he's been a great college player. It's just it's really hard to make an NBA. It's like I'd say it's like 4 times harder than making NFL or MLB.
What's the money like up front in the NBA?
I mean, the NBA players, their whole contract's guaranteed.
Oh, it is?
Paid. Yeah.
Who?
NBA.
Yeah.
Like all their contracts are fully guaranteed. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the NBA, you're getting paid pretty handsomely, but which a lot of NFL players are like, they always see they're pissed off about that. It's like we play a way more physical sport where we can get hurt and our careers can be over and our longevity. And
that's the problem.
Yeah, and they don't have guaranteed money like that. But
it's 15 guys on the roster versus 56.
Yeah. Plus a practice squad. Yeah.
That's what was it? Saquon Barkley got his contract extension and was making $20-some-odd million a year. And it was like, oh, good to see he made like he would have been like
role player NBA.
Yeah, literally nothing. Like he's one of the highest paid players in the NFL, and he would be ranked like 60th.
I'm stopping you. Where is the American University at?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
This looks like I'm watching a game broadcasted on NFHS in a high school gym. Panther Gym, what do they call it? The Pack looks 1,000 times better than this. And
what are you
they
watching?
Navy. It's on you. It's on CBS.
Washington D.C.
I was about to guess Washington D.C. just because of the name, but it makes sense.
It's crazy.
So, Jalen, are we doing a bet on the game tomorrow?
I don't sport bet pods.
Well, we can do.
You can gamble amongst friends.
Yeah.
The average age of the Auburn men's basketball team
That's a no.
is 23.2 years old.
Yeah, I texted you earlier. You never gave me a price.
Yeah, I said straight up win or loss. Last time you're like, give me the spread. Like I'm not. If I'm betting a spread, I'm going to somewhere else.
Yeah, we can bet straight up.
Okay, we'll discuss it.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that on the podcast.
Oh, I forgot this is PG rated.
Yeah, we can
Very
talk about
PG.
it. What have you been?
I don't know. He's scared to talk about it, I guess.
Because he's scared of the game. He's scared of the.
I told you. I literally text. We will talk about this behind closed doors.
My door's closed.
My door's wide open.
Just close it. Then we can talk about it.
All right. Let's talk. You want to talk college baseball now?
Oh no! I just want people to be educated on how fucking old the Auburn Tiger roster is. Like,
I mean, A&M has like 8 seniors. They're probably right up there with them.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Dude, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Hey,
9.
hold on.
9 seniors.
There's a guy at Kiwanis Park in Lufkin choking his chicken in public.
Okay.
You talking about we can't talk about? You talking about we can't talk about betting? But you say this 5 seconds later.
It just popped up on my Facebook.
Well,
They got him on video.
I don't need to see that.
He's from Oklahoma, and his kids out there playing.
All right, well, let's PG rated. Remember, let's not talk about that. What did you say Auburn's average age was?
Auburn Tigers' average age is 23.2. That's only a
A&M
year
is-
younger the average age of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
A&M is 22.6.
The average age of the Oklahoma City Thunder is 24.6.
But I got a question for everybody. If you had to
They're the
pick,
best team in the Western Conference.
if you had to pick a Cinderella team this year, who would it be? And I'm going first, and I'm stealing the one everyone's going to say probably, and McNeese.
St. John's.
We'll have a show making all of our tournament picks because I just want to be able to pick McNeese. But
Yeah, what Selection Sunday? This Sunday?
Selection Sunday is this Sunday. But if we got to get, let's see.
So what would McNeese be?
They got to
like,
be
12.
They got to be above a
14?
12 seed, a 12 to 16 seed to be a Cinderella. So
Holy cow.
as it sits, let's see. Quit looking at the video.
I'm reading the comments, dude.
Quit comparing.
Some guy said, I don't see this as a problem. Dude, there's kids out there.
You can talk about that behind closed doors.
Yeah. I like High Point.
Have you watched one
I don't hate that.
point of High Point this year?
I'm going with the American. University of American.
American University.
I'm going with American University.
They're not even in the tournament yet. They got to win their conference tournament.
They're going to win their conference tournament.
So they got McNeese slotted as a 12 seed playing St. Mary's right now.
What do they have UC San Diego at?
They got a 12 seed too.
Have they already won?
I don't think so.
UC San Diego. They're first in the Big West.
He probably doesn't have them like in here. Or yeah, he has them as 12 seed playing Oregon.
Yeah, they're playing the final in 2 days in their conference. Who is this kid?
So who are you picking, Cooper?
Oh, Samson.
I'm taking UC San Diego.
I like UC San Diego.
How do y'all even know who that is? I don't.
Trent McManus.
Really? We need to have him on for the March Madness. Maybe he can pick a perfect bracket.
We should.
Maybe.
Give us cut.
Yep. But I still think Florida wins it all. Doesn't matter. And I think they're on the same side. No, they got them sitting in Auburn's bracket. Auburn's side.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'd Probably Florida is my pick. I can't pick Duke in March Madness to win it all. They just
don't want to pick Duke. I don't.
And
want
Auburn, and Auburn kind of always slips up.
Yeah, it's Bruce Pearl. It's not Auburn. It's Bruce Pearl. I mean, I hate him. I hate the way he looks. I hate the way he dresses. What happened to coaches wearing suits?
Buzz Williams wears a suit every game.
Yeah, palpable Buzz. You know,
He sweats through it.
he is the second sweatiest person I've ever met, next to Luke Rowley.
Who?
Luke Rowley,
No, who'd you say first?
Buzz Williams,
I bet Elko
the head
sweats
coach at A&M. Who?
Elko might sweat a lot. He has a lot of body heat.
Elko just looks like he sweats. Buzz Williams sweats.
I bet you Elko drinks a Diet Coke.
I drink Diet Coke.
He's probably drinking the straight Coke.
No, he probably drinks Diet Coke.
No, I heard he's been cutting back in the off season.
I'm sure he hasn't.
Look at that.
That's a new cover.
Yep, that's the deluxe edition cover.
That is really cool.
Utah
When is
Tech
that
is
coming out?
7-25 playing Utah Valley.
The Saints.
This is what makes college basketball so much fun. Seton Hall right now is in the first round of the Big East tournament against Villanova, and they're 7-24. That's just crazy.
We spent 30 minutes talking about college basketball.
Well, it is.
Can we talk about free agency?
March Madness.
Let's talk about college baseball.
College baseball or NFL free agency?
Florida
Jalen's
beat
about to
Florida
tell us
State.
how bad A&M is.
No, I'm not going to talk bad about A&M.
They're not good. They're not
They
good
lost.
right now.
They're doing a lot of losing, but people still have faith in them, so I'm going to trust in them. And I don't know. When's Sorrell coming back? Anybody have any idea?
They just pushed it back more weeks. The MRI he just had.
So he got an MRI yesterday, right?
Something like
I saw that before the game that he had to get an MRI before he could play again or whatever, but I didn't know how it came back. What's the issue in College Station, Cole? I'm just asking a question. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to troll. I just want to hear your opinion. What's the issue? Because I've heard it from Chris Caraway and the rest of the True Aggies. I want to hear it from you.
It's not starting pitching. Starting pitching has actually been pretty good. I think it's the bats and how many errors they've been having, which they've played error-free baseball the last 4 games, but it's the bats being inconsistent.
From what I was told,
which has been kind of crazy since Michael Early was a hitting coach, but I don't know.
When I was told it was this in locker room.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
you don't know what this means? Moolah dinero, money, NIL. That's got.
When you say that and you just do this, we don't know what that is.
Hey, that's what I heard. The problem. It's
PG. This is a PG show, man. You're doing a little.
What are you talking about?
No, just move on.
I'm just saying.
Where'd you see that rumor at on the message boards?
No, I said I heard that from some A&M diehards at Lions Club yesterday that the locker room was the issue, was the money. Nobody's focused on playing baseball. Everybody's focused on
I'm sure they got the inside scoop on that.
Yeah.
I just don't know. That as good as y'all are, the lineup y'all put out there every day.
If the problem was money, Lord Tubbington wouldn't be swinging a baseball bat. He would take it in.
No, it's not like it's not because they're not getting the money. It's
draft.
not because they're not getting the money. It's because the money's just got to them. That's all they're worried about.
That sounds like a made-up rumor. If we want to talk about what's actually happened, I think it's the bats. And I mean, we've been unlucky with Grohovac being out and Sorrell being out. And
Early stepped up.
Shot has to be better.
Yeah, Shot. He retore his knee that he had surgery on in the offseason.
I didn't realize y'all brought in Gavin Cash.
He got moved back to first base. He got moved to first because Benderup couldn't field.
I mean, he had such a bad year last year that he went from like preseason first round pick to hey, I'm going to play my senior year of college baseball.
He had a bad start, but he's actually starting to bat pretty well. And then Terrence Keel's batting like 420 as a true freshman, so that's been a bright spot. But we'll see. It's a big weekend.
Y'all are hosting Alabama this weekend, right?
Yeah, with Bama. So we'll see.
Bama's been hot from what I've seen and read, and I think y'all's pitching is by far one of the best pitching rotations. And if you can get outs and you can scratch a few runs, I don't know why y'all don't.
The pitching hasn't been the problem when I look at it.
Man, the bullpen's been a little shaky though.
Yeah, y'all are holding opponents like hitting about 240 against you, which is college baseball. That's pretty good, but you can't score enough runs to win baseball games.
Yeah, and our best reliever hurt his knee, so he's out. But Prager's been pretty lights out though. He's been pretty good starting pitching, so we'll see. I mean, they've definitely not getting started. Well, Miles Patton and
what are y'all ranked now? Like
7,
14, 19?
They're 20 something and about everything.
I think 19 something, but they better get going.
Cooper, you being a collegiate baseball player and getting to see the ins and outs of college baseball now, do you think that A&M will recover from this and make a comeback?
I haven't watched it.
And you're an Aggie, so give your.
I'm a Ram. But I really haven't watched enough to be able to tell you about that. I'm watching basketball, really.
Settle down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a little sloppy, but we'll see. Hopefully they can get hot at the right time.
Florida plays – they played Florida State last night, beat Florida State. Was it 7-2, Trey?
Yep.
So going into this weekend, you host Tennessee. Are y'all hosting or y'all going to Tennessee?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think it's
it's going to be a lot of balls leaving that baseball park from both teams.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Tennessee. I don't know how they weren't preseason ranked number 1. They are
because
the real
A&M on paper we're supposed to be the best team that almost has ever been assembled in college baseball.
Well, yeah, that's true. And
I don't
Tennessee
know.
You don't say you don't know how. Basically, everybody came back.
No, they could have been number 1, but
final. The only thing you would have lost was one of the best relievers in the country who tried to come back and got his eligibility denied. So you put everything back together. Plus, I mean, you lost what's his face, Montgomery, but he didn't even play. So
I mean, out of the starting,
you had basically everybody come back. Who?
Out of the starting lineup right now, who's came back besides Jace, Shot,
Kent,
but he wasn't starting until the end.
It didn't matter. He was there.
It doesn't matter. He played
really good. That's 3. Grovac.
That's Sorrell's out.
I mean, they've been playing not good like at all, but I don't know. I said on here earlier. I was like, year 1 coach. I don't know if it's just we'll see. Like, no.
Coaching shouldn't matter with the talent you have. If you've been playing baseball your whole life,
it definitely matters.
It plays a factor, but it's baseball. How much coaching do I have to do to a team like y'all?
When to pull
Cooper, you play college ball. Like when you have a team that good, look at San Angelo. How much coaching do y'all have to have on your starting lineup?
I mean, they kind of just run through everything one time, and we're expected to know it.
Yeah, but with lineups, pitching changes, and all that stuff, it does affect the game. You can't say it doesn't, Jalen.
It absolutely, but when you shell out that kind of money for a roster and have those kind of expectations, you don't.
No doubt. I think the players aren't playing good, but there is some type of hiccup with a year 1 coach. But hopefully, he gets working all through the kinks. But
this is just an honest question. Did y'all think that y'all weren't going to miss Slosh as much as y'all do?
I thought we had the talent to get there, but we'll see. I mean, Slosh is a good coach. I've never said he's not.
No, I'm not saying that you did say that. I'm saying, but like a lot of people thought that y'all didn't need Slosh to be as good as y'all were.
Well, just like y'all were saying, we were supposed to be the number 1 team and talent on paper. You thought talent could get over the coaching, so
I said earlier before the season really kicked off that it was going to be hard.
You just said that we should have done it without coaching.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. I said it was going to be hard to keep that lineup hot. I said that. I said it was going to be very hard to keep that many guys hot. Dude, the SEC is so loaded. If you take Missouri and you take Kentucky and you take Kentucky out, every week you don't get an off week. And if teams, I'm not just talking about A&M, I'm just talking in general. If teams don't find a way to make a bullpen gel, you're screwed. No matter how much you can hit, no matter how good your starters are. If your starters can go 5 to 6 innings and I get 3 innings to recover without y'all hitting the ball like y'all are like you're supposed to be, it's gonna be bad business. And you get Texas in the SEC, you get Oklahoma in the SEC, and like I said earlier, Oklahoma might have one of the best arms in college baseball right now. They might have one of the best bullpens in college baseball. And you go to Alabama, you go to Ole Miss, you got Auburn, you got Mississippi State, you got Texas. Like the SEC is very scary, and with LSU playing the way they are too, I think that Tennessee LSU matchup, when they get to play each other, it might be a 1-2 matchup. And I don't understand how good these teams, like, how can you have so many teams this loaded? It doesn't, like, I don't know. I don't get it.
The same thing happened in basketball.
SEC baseball has generally been the top conference for a minute.
Yeah, but you never have 8 teams that could win it all.
For conference play, you've probably had 8 teams that think they have a legit shot.
Name them.
I'm not a baseball encyclopedia, but
you had LSU, you had Mississippi State, you had Vanderbilt, you had Ole Miss,
Tennessee,
you had Florida. Tennessee just got relevant.
Really?
I mean, they were
Tennessee baseball's only been good for about 5 years.
What are you talking about?
If that,
100 years?
If that.
Winning is proven in the past 5 years in all of baseball.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in general of SEC baseball, back when you used to have Vanderbilt and LSU and Florida.
Talking about with like Will Clark was playing at Mississippi State. I mean, you want to go back to the 90s?
Mississippi State hasn't been Mississippi State the last few years.
Okay, I was about to say. I thought you were saying they're not going to be relevant. No, they haven't. Why?
Vanderbilt hasn't been Vanderbilt.
No, but SEC's always been towards the top.
They haven't been Vanderbilt because NIL it took away kind of the whole lore of going there.
But like, if you look at the top 25 class, I saw that today on Twitter. Like 4 of the top guys in the top 25 are going to Vanderbilt. And I don't know, like,
in high school prospects for baseball
to campus.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't go off of that.
But one thing I will say, you're going to see a lot of kids skip out on going to the big leagues to go play college baseball now with NIL. If I can make more money, skip all those bus rides, skip the shitty living conditions, skip all that BS rookie ball and all that.
So tell me this right now, what would it take for you if you're an 18-year-old going straight to the bigs? What kind of money would a school have to give you to go to college and be there for 3 years? If you go directly D1, you're there for 3 years, no matter what.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I asked you one.
No. Let me counter with it. What round am I drafted in?
It doesn't matter. It's money. It is money. That's what I'm getting to.
It depends. You got to think about what round am I drafted. What round am I drafted in?
I'm gonna get there. What I'm saying is, what money would it take?
I think going to college, developing, becoming a better baseball player, getting stronger, getting bigger, goes a long way than going to play rookie ball.
What about the money amount?
It's not really. It's like what money? What money am I getting thrown at me by the pros? That's what it means. That's what's going to answer. That's what's going to answer.
What would it take for you to go to college? What money? What would a school have to pay you?
If I'm a top prospect, $1 million.
Exactly. What are we talking?
Generally,
How much
most
is
freshmen are going to
getting?
get.
Lavalette is the best player in college baseball. What are you not getting there?
I'm asking, what's he getting?
I think it's like $700. No, I think it's like $750,
It's $1 million.
$800.
Give me a $500,000. Give me a $500,000. I'm going to college.
But the thing is, you just said
But a freshman.
Give me a $500,000.
You're still not getting that.
Give me $350,000. I'm going to play college baseball.
Still probably not getting that either.
Most high school prospects are getting more from MLB than getting a freshman.
If I can go to college, listen. If I can go to college for a year, grow, get stronger. Play a lot more competitive baseball than I'm going to play in the minor leagues. Boost my stock.
So you'd have to go down to about pick number 177 to not get $350,000 in the MLB draft. That's what I'm saying. Kids are still going to go to the draft. They're not handing out $350,000 contracts to freshmen because it's not guaranteed. You don't.
I think you're going to see more kids playing college baseball.
I'm sure there will be
Cooper, what do you think? You play college baseball. What do you think?
Trey is right on the money side of all that. Look, so many people go to a D1 and end up at a go after the fall.
I can't hear you. Breaking up.
I said so many kids will go to a D1 and end up at a JUCO after the fall. Like that's
we're talking about top prospects though. Top prospects.
You're talking about like a first round pick?
Yes.
He's obviously going to MLB.
It still happens there. Look at Drew Jones.
They might get 150,000, maybe 250K at college, as opposed to getting like 1.5 as a first round pick.
But think about it. What's the opportunity?
Look at the money value. If we get into how many baseball teams in baseball? We're at 30. So if you're the last pick in the first round, you know what that slot value is right now? $2.97 million.
The signing bonus or like the total?
That's the slot value. So that's what you should be paid. And there's ways to get around that. You can be less and do that. But basically, that pick is generated in there. It's already budgeted for. You're going to spend $2.9 million on that kid. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to have kids not going. Those top 15, those top 20 kids in high school, they're going to go to the pros. Because you're getting probably more than that. It's probably top 50. Because you got college kids mixed in, and you got it. It's more than that. Sorry, it's way more than that. I forgot the number. It was 170 was below 350. So there you go. You got to think about that.
I'm sure people will stay in college another year.
Yes, people was. That's the thing. People are going to stay in college longer.
Prager was a third round pick, and he came back, which is crazy. But
I don't know, man.
Let's look at what a third round slot looks like.
That's what Zane Adams would have
been a ballsy choice.
Ended up with Bama.
But that's the thing, slot values. There's ways to go around that. Prager wasn't going to get 750.
Is that what the slot value is?
Yeah.
I'm sure you got close to that or more.
Exactly. But
I mean, it's kind of betting on yourself though. But
they put these slot values in there, and you can go down. It changes. I don't know how the whole algorithm works and how it all balances out. But if you reach on a guy,
it's like straight slot what you get paid.
No. Because each team has a pool of money that they can access, and because of the value of what each pick is supposed to cost, they have to fit it within that budget. So last year, the biggest one was Cleveland in Colorado. They had $18 and $17 million to spend in draft picks. And so when you reach on a guy, technically their slot value is less. The big thing was last year, Chase Burns was kind of a reach. I think he went 5th overall when most people had him about 15. And so that saved them about $1 million in their slot value somehow. Again, that's beyond me, but they took a reach on him, took him earlier than they should have, but his value was this. So they only had to pay that. So they saved that extra $1 million they could use in the back end, either for a free agent deal or for later on. If they're sneaking a guy later in the round that's supposed to be offered this, they can be like, look, you're slotted for this. We'll sprinkle in this signing bonus of this. Reed, his counterpart at TJC, the other kid that closed there, he got signed to the Dodgers out of TJC for, I think his signing bonus was about $700,000.
So I just talked to a baseball coach that knows everything going on.
Who?
They are shorting the MLB draft.
Hold on, say that again.
Say what you just said.
Haven't they been shorting, cutting around?
Say what you just said about going to play college baseball instead of going to the pros.
Well, there's less rounds in the draft now, so they're not drafting as many high school kids as what they normally have in the past. So there's more kids going to play college baseball.
When we're talking about the top prospects?
We're talking about the top prospects.
They're still going to get drafted.
They're being able to use that for a bargaining chip. Why?
So we're arguing about it on the podcast right now.
But
I said that more kids. You're going to see more top prospects on college campuses instead of going to.
Tell them the number you said it took. Tell them the number you said it took for you to.
Well, I know a kid that's a junior in the state of Texas. He's a left-handed pitcher and he committed to Texas this year. His NIL is $20,000 when he gets to Texas, right off the top. That's just from the school. That's not that. And I know another kid in the state that's a junior. That's a right-handed pitcher that's committed to A&M. His NIL is $16,000, and that's straight from the school, not from the donors or anything else.
So, do you think there'll be more kids?
I think there'll be more kids play college baseball because of the shortened rounds of the draft.
Well, thank you for the information for the podcast. We appreciate you.
All right.
Well, a baseball coach on the college level.
He said because of round, not NIL.
Yeah. So you might have more of the scragglers.
But I'm sure there's some guys that are on the fence that they get an NIL deal now, so they'll go. But
I'm just saying, man, you're gonna see a lot more kids playing college baseball.
Yeah, you do, because the older kids aren't like. If you have a good year, senior year, that's the thing. So it's going to be talked about. Like when Reed's talked about it, it's like, look, your biggest bargaining tool is having another year of eligibility in baseball. And if you don't, you go back for your senior year, and if you don't have a good year, MLB teams are like, hey, here's $100 in a candy bar. Get on the bus. Let's go play some single A ball.
Yeah. I remember Gainey and Tyler like going through that. But I thought the first round or second round was like slotted, like straight slotted. But I think I do remember when the Astros picked a guy and he like decided to go back to the college or something because they couldn't agree on an amount or something.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Where'd it go? Let me see. Let me pull it back up. So you have. Hold on, let me pull this up. Is it raining outside?
Yeah, there's supposed to be thunderstorms rolling in tonight.
Oh, heck yeah. I just put fertilizer out.
Like washed out. It's supposed to dump.
All right. I didn't know what that was. So, hold on.
Anytime.
So this weekend, where'd it go? I just had it pulled up. Okay. You have Auburn at Vanderbilt, Oklahoma with South Carolina, Florida at Tennessee, Kentucky at Georgia, Alabama at A&M, Texas at Mississippi State, Arkansas at Ole Miss, Missouri at LSU, Kentucky at Georgia, Arkansas at Ole Miss.
There's 4 ranked matchups in the.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, Georgia is gonna embarrass Kentucky. Tennessee and Florida, I don't know. I think Tennessee takes 2.
Okay, that's impressive, but
You don't think that?
I think it's going to be a hell of a Friday night.
Tennessee might take 3.
What do you want to bet that they don't take 3?
Tennessee is that good.
Tennessee is good. Tennessee
And
was also
like
really good when they lost in their hosting regional to Notre Dame a couple of years ago. So, I mean, it's baseball.
South Carolina and Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma takes all 3 of those. I watched South Carolina play Clemson the other day, and it looked pretty brutal. And you're going to be there, right?
OU, South Carolina? Yeah.
Yeah. So we can expect some, live feed from you.
I'll try to go live, maybe.
And
Post
then
on
you got
interviews.
Dinner with Muddy and Reed again.
Vanderbilt and Auburn. That's going to be interesting right there.
Yeah, it is. I'm curious to see how the Auburn performs. I just don't know about them.
I think that's going to be interesting. Alabama and A&M, we talked about that earlier, and that's going to be a really good matchup. That's going to show A&M a lot about who they are. And, A&M's bullpen, the starting rotation definitely has a chance to stand on their heads and, make A&M look really good. And
what's the kid from Alabama's name?
LeBron, yeah, that kid can hit the baseball.
They have a dude named LeBron.
Yes,
yeah, he freaking rakes.
He rakes.
He rakes. He's got like 9 homers on the year. Just demolishes baseball.
I mean,
I know they're pretty good. They've only lost 1 or 2 games.
1.
Yeah.
Pitching just doesn't stack up.
Somebody said, "Tell Cooper to talk." I haven't heard him say one word for a month.
Who said that?
I'm not going to say his name on the podcast. But he said, "Tell this Cooper kid to talk." I haven't heard him say one word for a month.
You hadn't been listening then.
Cooper, how's baseball going?
It's been going well. Some of the weekends that they're out of town, I've been getting to get on the field and do whatever I need to do with some of the other freshmen.
You were hitting like at 10 o'clock the other night.
Yeah.
Gotta grind.
You got to grind. You're dedicated.
Yeah.
Cooper, what do you think there is to see this year in the SEC play of baseball? What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, I kind of see it being similar to basketball. Like, there's so many good teams. Like, people are going to beat up on each other, but come the postseason, I bet everybody will be in better shape because of it.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, that's a lot of people had referenced. What was it? Ole Miss was that 2021?
Ole Miss,
1.
South Alabama beat the hell out of Ole Miss. Ole Miss last night.
I'm not talking about this current Ole Miss. I'm trying to say Ole Miss 2020. They lost like 6 of their first 15 games, kind of like A&M did, and then goes on to win the national championship. But I don't see that happening.
Barely got in the tournament, I believe.
I mean, I don't either right now, for being honest.
I saw a statistic before A&M lost Sunday that they had to win out in every midweek game.
Talking about the tweet that Trey sent in the group.
I don't know. Did Trey send it?
According to Claw, sent 5 that day.
I thought it was 6.
No, it was 6 by the end of the day. It was record breaking.
Let's go
in the chat.
I've been sending. I really like this from UIW's baseball account. They beat UTSA over tonight. Oh yeah, what's tonight? That was last night. Walk in your bird bath, take over your bird bath because it's the Cardinals versus the Roadrunners. I thought that was good. Let's see. Oh, Tiger ruptured his Achilles. Cooper Flagg's mom is a savage.
Yeah, that was dope.
She was like, "I want to apologize to absolutely no one."
Hit Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Texas is not the most hated team in college football. They're bitches.
Their fan bases.
Yeah, literally. They're all weak, soft. Oh, and then A&M beat Florida in softball the first game of the 3-game series.
I literally just sent that because you sent a highlight, and I was like, let me check the game. Yeah, they won.
Oh,
See?
yeah. Yeah. I won't go into my other thing.
Look, Halen Green said it. He played at TCU. Go play college ball, no question.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is the money. That's what we were talking about.
What do you mean? Is it the money?
You're saying those top guys in the recruiting class that are all committed to Vanderbilt, they're not making it to campus. It's more and more the parity between high school kids and college kids in the first 2 rounds is getting more towards college kids because more kids are going to school, but you're still not going to get those top guys. The money just doesn't make sense. NIL.
First off, you're a student athlete. Go get your free education and play baseball at the same time because baseball is not forever. Education is forever.
Yeah, but being a first-round draft pick is also forever.
You can pay for that education.
$16 million should last you forever.
I bet you I could find
I could
a way
blow
to blow
16
million.
pretty quick.
I know, but it should last you.
I could find a way to blow 16 million real quick.
Did Kyler Murray have to get? Did he ever sign? Did he have to get that money back?
I don't know. Let me call him.
Didn't he play like in spring training or something?
He played for the Athletics drafted him.
Yeah, got like $8 million.
That's insane.
He got a lot of money.
Yeah, he got a lot.
But you want to talk about offseason NFL free agency?
The Texans need to find a way to protect C.J. Stroud.
They've been signing.
They will. I mean, it's only day 2 free agency, so. But
I don't get it. I don't
Well,
know.
the thing is, y'all were complaining about all those dudes not protecting him in January. And so now that y'all let them go, y'all are pissed off that you're letting them go. That's what I don't understand. Like, they were horrible.
Tunsil's pretty good at pass pro. But
They weren't good,
Yeah,
but
but he was the most
the
penalized.
market.
yeah, he was the most penalized guy, and he was the highest paid tackle in the league, or one of them. And apparently, I was reading like a article or something. He said that D'Amico kind of wanted a culture change, and he was there before, and they kind of, I don't know, they just want to revamp that whole room. And he was kind of like, there was a podcast with C.J. Stroud, like when he went on with Ryan Clark and all them, and they were one of the guys was showing it, and it was saying like, yeah, C.J. was like, yeah, I mean, we have Tunsil. He's like a vet, like he's not doing anything extra in practice. He's sitting down on Thursdays. And they're like, they don't want the rookies and everybody looking up to him. But I mean, they got a lot of draft picks, but they better fill them holes quick, or they're going to have another issue.
Yeah, I don't.
The defense looks pretty salty though.
Defense is going to be good. D'Amico's going to have them.
Cooper, are you a Texans fan?
Cowboys.
Y'all are making some moves. Y'all signed a deep sniper. Special team.
Did y'all see? So the Cowboys and Jerry Jones haven't spent over $6 million a year on a free agent since Greg Hardy.
What is he doing? Is he just like giving up? Just complacent?
He's making a lot of money.
They restructured Dak's contract and CD's contract, so that
they don't have any money.
We've got to be doing something. I don't know.
They're just kicking.
Do they have cap space?
Yeah, they restructured
the Cowboys.
Yeah,
they have like
$55 million.
Yeah, they have a crap load of money.
Oh, well, that don't make no sense then.
I don't get
Dude,
it.
Jerry has a plan. Don't question Jerry's plan. He knows what he's doing. He's a numbers guy.
That's what's in the 4th-round pick for Jonathan Mingo to trade line when we're not going to make the playoffs.
I don't know.
People are like, I don't know. Cowboys are screwed until he leaves. Something happens.
Darius Slay, Evan Ingram's going to the Broncos. That'll be good for Bo Nix. 2 years, $23 million, 16.5 guaranteed.
Why don't they pay me that much money to do what I do? I'm
Elam going.
I'm an athlete at my job.
People aren't paying thousands to watch you at Joe Hancock Allstate.
They should. It's a show. It's a show in there. You can get live entertainment right there at our office. You can get everything you need. And
Joey Bosa went to the Bills.
Daniel Jones went to the Colts.
Yo, I want to talk about. Sorry, I just segued. They just showed some girls having a picnic outside the OU stadium for baseball, and did y'all see the video of the girls taking pictures of their butt at the Coastal Carolina game?
They got him on air at some point.
Yeah.
Weekend.
I'm surprised they like played into it. I'm surprised they just didn't like
Me too.
forget about it.
Go and hide somewhere, yeah.
When it goes viral like that. The Myles Garrett got like what, $40 million a year, the highest non-quarterback contract ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean I get
Oh,
it.
the Cowboys signed Javonte Williams, the running back who was always hurting for Denver. That's a good one. The ESPN graded it a C, so for Cowboys.
Didn't they let their DN walk too?
Dexter Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they let their DN walk too? I just hurt myself.
Yeah. Someone's delayed. Or someone's got it pulled up.
I was looking at my phone.
Christian Kirk got traded to the Texans.
Daniel
Very
Jones
good.
to the Colts.
Yeah, it's a.
You see, Trey Lance said he desires to still be a starting quarterback somewhere.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you
still?
gotta. You
I mean, I
have
hope
to say
so.
that to stay a backup.
No, I just want to be a backup and collect your millions.
Dude, I would love to be Colt McCoy.
Yeah, but you can't just say.
I mean,
like,
not Colt McCoy.
Look at Chase Daniel.
Chase Daniels. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Chase Daniels. Look how much he made.
$60
So
million
much
to sit on the sideline.
He didn't do anything.
Didn't Justin Fields get like $20 million or something?
Dude,
Yeah.
Justin Fields deserves to be a
2
starting
years.
quarterback in the NFL.
That's
I
way
think
too much
he does.
money for him.
I
Him and
think
Garrett
Justin
Wilson
Fields
played in
should say
college.
that. Him and Justin Fields are going to turn the Jets around.
No.
Who and
Aaron.
Justin Fields? Garrett Wilson?
Yes.
No, well, I wish they wouldn't have done that. I wish they would have signed. I don't know. They needed.
Quinn Ewers is going to the
because-
Cowboys, and he's going to be a starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Like that's just not.
They're going to write. They're going to make a documentary over this kid. The kid from South Lake, Texas, that played at the University of Texas is a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. It's going to happen.
You starting over Dak? They're not getting rid of Dak.
Dude, Dak can go anywhere but Dallas. I don't care. I would take a lot of guys over Dak right now.
Name them.
Like who?
Yeah.
Justin Fields.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
we have to.
Yeah,
we have to
that's the end of
stop.
that conversation.
That's
there.
the first one. That's the first one that comes to your mind.
I'm not talking about guys that were a key starter last year. I'm talking about guys that were sitting on the pine.
You would rather have the guy who couldn't get for the Chicago Bears start over.
Dude, I could take Patrick Mahomes to the Chicago Bears and he wouldn't do anything.
Okay, that's just wrong.
Okay.
No, it's
Russell
not. Dude, the
Wilson
Bears
is
were
better.
horrible.
I think Caleb Williams had like a okay rookie year.
That might be gone.
Caleb Williams paints his nails.
So does
What does
Ryan
that have to do
Williams.
with Justin Fields?
Yeah,
pretty
Quinn
good.
Ewers is going to have to start painting his nails to get relevant again. I mean, he's not going to. He might be a third-round draft pick. He's going to be a career.
He's projected.
Colt McCoy.
He's projected a late first rounder now and an early second rounder
Oh,
now.
what?
Who? By who?
Yeah.
You?
No.
The same person that said Justin Fields is better than Dak Prescott? What are we talking about here?
That's wild. That's just trolling.
He won't even be picked over Jackson Dart. Jackson freaking Dart.
That's
How much you
true.
want to bet on that?
He won't
Jalen.
be.
Did you see Jackson Dart's combine?
You're talking about Will Howard's combine.
Jackson Dart didn't have a good combine hour either.
Not all white guys look alike, Jalen.
You sure about that?
I mean,
All right, Chad.
If I backed up and sat like this, me and Cole kind of look alike. But, no, Will Howard had a terrible one. Jackson Dart. I mean, there's such a need for quarterbacks that Quinn Ewers is in the third round.
He's gonna go to
Jackson Dart's gonna
second
get
round.
drafted maybe in the first.
He will at least go to the second round.
Let me look at Mel Kiper's mock draft. I know he's got one up.
Yeah, I'm about to hop off because I got to go eat some food.
No, you gotta
Justin
fast.
Fields started over Dak Prescott. That's just insane.
That's so wild.
He's just trolling. Don't listen to him.
When he pulled that first round, second round draft pick out of his ass, he couldn't even hold it together. He started smiling. He could.
Yeah, all right, y'all hold it down.
Yeah, they got Quinn Ewers ranked as the 9th best quarterback in the draft. That's kind of crazy.
The ninth best quarterback.
Kyle McCord is 4th? No.
Yeah.
Who is
Tyler
that?
Syracuse.
You said
Ohio
who is
State.
that?
The old Ohio State quarterback.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
but-
want to talk about the Panthers. We're gonna handle some business this year.
Who?
The Lufkin Panthers on that baseball field. Looked pretty good. Watched them last week in that Integra Classic. They fought hard. They played hard. They look real good. But what I really want to say is them Lufkin Panthers on that football field are going to be real nice next year. And
They are.
You went to
Real
spring
nice.
practice or what?
don't worry about where I go.
Jay, where do you think he worked out? He said it was football off season.
Yeah, I went worked out football today. No, I didn't go work out the football team, but we're going to be real good. And I'm looking forward to some Lufkin Panther football. That's what I want to talk about. All right. Before I go, I want to give a big shout out to our guys at Zilker Belts. Use discount code PINES936. Go to zilkerbelt.com, pick you out a nice belt, dog collar, hat, bow tie, anything you need. Zilker Belts has them. Thank you to those guys. Shout out to my guy, Buggy Brown. I should have a fresh Zilker Belt coming to me in the mail on the house on AB. So I don't know where it's at, but it was in Houston yesterday, and it was not at my office today. So, I hope it's there tomorrow.
There's a clip of the Mississippi State head coach walking up to his player after he just probably got a foul and said, "Hey, what'd you say?" And in the middle of him saying it, he turns around and just goes, "Shut the fuck up."
The kid said that?
No, the coach.
Well,
All right. I'll see you guys.
I think we're all leaving.
I think so.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll get back on here Sunday. Are they doing the lottery pick Sunday?
Sunday selection.
Sunday selection.
Such a catch.
I'm thinking about the draft.
It's selection Sunday.
Yeah.
The draft is not a lottery pick.
Unless
That's NBA.
That's what I'm talking about, basketball.
Yeah,
They're in the middle
of
March
the season.
Madness.
Yeah, I really don't care. All I know is LeBron's the GOAT. He's the best player to ever walk this earth. If you want to argue about it, call Big Gandy. Don't call me. And wish all the baseball heads out there a successful week because I am fired up for this weekend for college baseball. I don't think I have anything. Is there any rain in the forecast this weekend?
SUCESFUL. Successful.
Is there any rain in the forecast this week?
For Lufkin?
Yes.
Let's look.
Wasn't it raining on you right now?
It says, pull it up on your phone.
There's no rain in Houston, so it's
So
probably the same.
I was gonna say I was gonna sit on the couch and enjoy the rain, make some food, but I guess I'll sit outside and relax.
It is not. There's no rain.
Shout out to my guy Russell Reed. He delivered my pine straw today. I appreciate that, Russell.
There you go.
Looks really good. I need to call you. When I got home, I had to get straight on the podcast. But
You got pine straw delivered?
yeah, it looks really good.
A little landscape improvement or what?
Like he did my flower beds at Pine Straw. Trey, are you coming to get your stuff?
Yeah.
I found your charger box too.
Sweet.
All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in live for the Pines. We'll be back soon. Look out for some Texas high school football news. We're coming back. Tonight really was not that great, but we haven't been on here in a while together, so it was great to get to talk to everybody. Thank you, Cooper, for filling in for David. David owes you a sundae or a burger or something for you doing that. I don't know where David's at. We tried to call him. Cole texted him. I'm sure he's asleep preparing for work tomorrow, like a respectful individual. But I don't know where he's at. Cooper, by the way, go shave that mustache.
Can't do it.
Hey, I got a little mustache coming in.
No, you don't.
I'll talk to y'all later before y'all troll me.